Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Carolina Panthers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Treads in with a stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
Let's go now. Ready.
This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Willis looking to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. You look at this Carolina defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And this is what we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's another Dolphins first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Miami.
They'll run on first down with Wright. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Okay, tackle. Tackle. Here we go.
Now Willis to throw. Got it to Bell on the out route. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Here we go. Set.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
That's taken in. It's Xavier Ligon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Panthers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 10.
Come on, set.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And a solid run down inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they got 3rd and short.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Set, ready. Red, fury, yellow. Hut, hut.
4th down, Young. That's to his running back, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Young going to give to Brooks. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. On 4th down on is Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
First down.
Willis out of the gun. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Here we go, set. 70 line.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make keep the score 14-0.
Panthers nothing.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Set, hut. Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 27.
Black 40. Black blue. Set.
Now Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Extra point safely through. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Here we go. Cougar 19.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Ready.
To throw, here's Willis. Touchdown! Devon Achane. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Dolphins 21, Panthers 7.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
Got it.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Let's go now. Set, hut.
Young. He gets this one to Hubbard complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And the Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Yellow, 20.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. They'll get this down to the 38.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Second down and 8.
Yellow, ready. White, white. Set.
Now here's Young. Got a man on the middle, and it's complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Black. Ready, ready. Yellow, 43. Ready.
Young to throw it. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. First and 10.
12 more yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This is caught. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get into any dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he stopped for no gain. And it's second and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
Young takes it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Panthers are back within a score. The PAT good. It will draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Looking to put a drive together. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. Shoves him away. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat for the first down.
And the Dolphins, first down.
Let's
First
go
and 10
now.
at the 36-yard line.
On first down, back to Achane. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
He's got it complete to Tolbert. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Gain of 9 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executing it to perfection. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Back to throw Willis. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards.
Here we go.
First down, Dolphins.
Bronco 80.
Slot man moves right.
Ready.
And he's going to handle it on the touch pass. Escapes the defender. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Back to the ground, Achane. He will push his way down to about the 14. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Second down and 6 now. To throw, here's Willis. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Willis from the gun on third down. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Following the interception, Young. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
To kick off
a couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Willis will look to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Willis to throw. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now Willis. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down, Dolphins.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Willis looking to throw it. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To the right side, and complete to Atwell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Willis looking to throw it. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. That's going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down, but he has the first down on a well-executed double pass. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
On the double.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Hut. Spike 60. Black 40. Hut.
Now Young. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Set. Ready. Set.
Here's Young. And that is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Black 95. 6. Mega.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Panthers.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
Again up the middle, Hubbard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Ready. Let's go. 52.
Throwing, Young. That is caught. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's another Panthers first down.
Ready.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Hut.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Young will set to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Come on, set. Ready.
To throw, Young. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Ryan Fitzgerald on for the Panther field goal.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 24 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's Willis. That went out wide and intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 38 now, here's a second and 4.
33.
Right back to Hubbard. And a short game there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's go. Set.
Young to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
14 yards.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Well, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Third quarter, all tied up. This is second and 10.
Ready.
Young. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's second and 7.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. Now he's going to step up and run. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Touchdown, Panthers! A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Dolphins take over first
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Got a man who hits it. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Set. Blue, 32. Ready.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
That caught by Trimble. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up
2nd down and a yard.
At the 15-yard line.
Set, hut. Yellow, 22. Set.
On the give, this is Hubbard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Goal to go.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Here we go. Set.
They'll run here with Hubbard. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Set.
Now Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll get this one complete to Atwell. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st this one for the second one to even matter.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Let's go now.
Now Willis to throw. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the Dolphins
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Here we go.
First down, Miami.
To throw, here's Willis.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here we go. Start. Go.
Back to throw, Willis. It's caught. Tolbert. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35.
That's another.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Set. Ready.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
He gets this one to Hubbard complete. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
White. Set.
Young now. He'll try and do this himself. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs.
Panthers, first down. 1st and 10 at
Let's
the
go.
49-yard line.
33. Yellow. Ready.
They'll run here with Hubbard. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Here's Young. They'll find McMillan here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
At the 36-yard line.
Set. Ready.
Now a run with Hubbard. And he'll take this down to the 33. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Okay, ready?
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. 10 black. Hut, hut.
Young to throw it. Got a man. That's Leggett. Touchdown, Carolina. And Xavier Leggett, 32 yards. And the Panthers are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Dolphins 31.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Willis. And he's got his man on the out route. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specialists, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Here comes 2nd down. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
At the 42-yard line.
Willis looks to pass it here. That's caught by Tolbert. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Willis to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Willis. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Now Willis. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Willis, 4th down, has to have it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Throwing, Willis. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Willis. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
25 seconds to go. A must recover if they're going to have any chance. And the Panthers are going to recover here. That should be enough to get them the victory. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, in whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete